Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and welcome to my very first Diablo 4 video. Now I'm finally making the transition from Zelda Tears of the Kingdom to my coverage of Diablo 4. So here going forward, until there's some sort of DLC for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, I am going to be heavily covering Diablo 4. I am super excited for Diablo 4, and I've been very loosely following Diablo 4 just because I've had so many other games to cover this year. But now that we're getting closer and closer to the release, news is starting to pick up like crazy. Every day we get brand new information, and there was a big announcement from Diablo yesterday that has caused up quite the stir in the community, and players are not happy. So going over the tweet from Diablo, they said, "Think you can cheat death? Reach level 100 on hardcore mode and tweet Diablo 4 hardcore with proof to have your username immortalized on a statue of Lilith. Offer limited to the first 1,000 people. Restrictions apply. Get started on June 1st. Make your mark." So normally, this sounds like a good idea. This sounds like a good incentive to play the game. This gives people something to strive for. Beating the game on hardcore mode is no easy feat. I mean, that's a really difficult challenge because you can't die. If you die at all, you have to make a brand new character and start over from scratch. So this is a cool idea. You know, the first 1,000 people to do this get their gamer tag etched on this giant statue, and you know, that's pretty cool. If you do this, you can claim you were one of the first 1,000 people to beat the game on hardcore and not die a single time. That's a pretty cool feat. That's some bragging rights. That's a cool incentive to play the game. But of course, things are never as they seem, and a number of people in the community are not happy about this, and for good reason. For starters, it says get started on June 1st, so anyone that has early access to the game, so anyone that spends extra money on the deluxe edition or the ultimate edition is going to have a huge advantage over anyone that just buys the game normally. So you're essentially getting punished if you buy the game on the actual release date instead of getting the deluxe edition or the ultimate edition. There is absolutely no way that anyone that buys the regular edition of this game is going to stand any prayer of winning this competition compared to someone that has early access. So that is the first issue that people have, is that this contest is kind of pay to win. You have to have early access to stand any prayer of being one of the first 1,000 people to beat the game on hardcore mode. And the second major issue is that anyone that's competing in this competition that got to play the game before early access on June 1st, such as streamers, reviewers, big YouTubers, anyone that got to play the game before the general public has an absolutely insane advantage over just the average player. So members of the community are not happy that the majority of the 1,000 people that are going to be on this statue is just going to be mainly streamers and YouTubers and people that have already gotten to play the game. So here we have Rod Fergusson. He said, "To all the Diablo 4 reviewers whose playtime is up and your characters and progress deleted, sorry, but can't wait to see you on launch day, only 6 days till early access." So that was the main tweet, and then someone asked him down in the replies, and we talk about those same creators competing in the quote race event you guys announced. This gives an extreme unfair advantage. This is not a new season. Setting a precedent of unfair advantages is not a good look. And then Rod Fergusson says, "How does deleting all of their progress and making them start at the same time as everyone else give them an unfair advantage?" So this did not go over well in the community. There were a number of different replies that were not agreeing with Rod here. We have this one: "Rod, I'm absolutely positive you can figure this out without help. Tweeting this is kind of an embarrassment." Then we have fair question: "Is it generally true that in any RPG, leveling up takes an equal amount of time for the second attempt as it does for the first? What's your own experience? I'm usually considerably faster second time." Then we have, "Well, for starters, they know all the quests, dungeons, and builds." Then we have this response saying, "Man, all the D4 devs and team are so out of touch for so many things. Marketing, KFC, dev live streams, etc. Makes me genuinely worried about the game, and the recent fake Q&A did not help." Then if you head over to the Diablo 4 Reddit, there are a number of different posts just clowning all over this. We have this one with 913 upvotes. Rod's first time playing a video game, just making fun of that tweet. There's another post here with 404 upvotes. Rod Fergusson doesn't believe access to the full game is an advantage. And I gotta say, I definitely agree with the community here. I've been doing YouTube since 2016, and anytime I've gotten a review copy, it is just an absolutely massive deal for my channel. Getting a review copy for a game early can make the difference of 1,000,000+ views on YouTube. I mean, because think about it, especially if it's a multiplayer game or some sort of game where there's a competition. If I got to play the game early versus everybody else, I know where all the puzzles are, I know how to farm things better, I know what the best builds are. If you get to play the game early, that's pretty common sense that you're going to have an advantage over someone that's going in completely blind. Let's take any game for example. Let's say, I don't know, Skyrim. Let's say I played through all of Skyrim early and I knew where everything was, and then I had to delete that character and start fresh on day one, same as everybody else, but there was a contest to see who could speedrun the game quicker. Now, who's more likely to do that? Someone completely blind that has never played the game before, that's taken their time and they're trying to explore and figure everything out, or me, who's played through the game, I know where everything is, I know where all the puzzles are, I know where all the best weapons are, and I know the fastest way to do things, and I know which quests are important and which ones I can ignore. Of course, I'm going to have a massive advantage over someone that didn't get to play the game early. So the fact that Rod Fergusson is acting as if just starting fresh puts everyone that got to review the game early on an equal playing field as those that didn't, it's just ridiculous and a pretty bad take, and I gotta say I definitely agree with the community on this one. So I do think a competition like this is a good idea and it's a good way to engage with the community and it's a great way to get people excited. But when you have a competition like this, and it starts on day one of early access, and the people that don't pay for early access have like absolutely no prayer of winning this competition, and all the streamers and YouTubers and press and everyone that got to review the game early, I mean, obviously they're all going to win this competition. This whole competition of like 1,000 players is just going to be filled with streamers and YouTubers. So in my opinion, if they wanted this tournament to be a success, I would disqualify pretty much every streamer and YouTuber that got early access to the game. And I wouldn't start the contest until the game is available to everyone because early access is just too big of an advantage, and this contest is pretty much just pay to win. So that does it for all the current Diablo 4 drama. We are less than a week away till early access for Diablo 4, so I'm super stoked. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Do you feel like this contest is pay to win? Do you agree with Rod Fergusson, or do you agree with the community? Let me know all your guys' thoughts down below, and that is going to do it for me, everyone, and I will talk to you all in the next video.